What's going on, YouTube? I know I haven't posted in about 5 days, but we're back, and we're back with, again, like I said, maybe a series. I don't know why. You're gonna see right here on the screen, will pop it up, that you're gonna see actually a whole bunch of positions, right, with small profits, small risks, and about a $17 profit. That's so far, right? I actually already started the challenge. I took a couple of trades, and as you can see, we won most of our positions, and we had a one trade that stopped us out before going to TPs, right? So right here, what I'm going to show you now is actually the account balance right now after all these wins and one loss. So if you were to take that last screenshot and you can see the profit of $18, you just subtract it from this and you can see where we started at, and it was around 27 something, $28, I believe. And currently we are already up at $45 on the account, right about 70%. So if you see this position right here, I'm going to post right here. I actually ended up breaking that down. I actually ended up breaking it down in the newest video that I dropped, right? GBP USD 50 pips in 1 hour. That was actually this screenshot. It was actually for this challenge, right? And I actually broke it down already. So if you want to see how I caught the first trade of this, just go over to my YouTube and watch this video. So if you look at this screen, this was actually the second day of trading, I believe. This is all within the past 2 days. And I'm going to be showing you the first two positions, and then I kind of clicked on, so it's separated a little bit. The first two positions that you see on the screen is actually the GBP JPY trade that I'm going to break down here. This is the second trade of the account, right? And then tomorrow I will be posting the next trade that I took that you see around here. Now, why do I want to do this challenge? Well, it'll be hard to do this challenge. Well, I actually was going through my emails and I found my login, right? I found my login for this real account that I had a while ago that's net negative down like about $200, I believe, $250. It was just an account I would just throw in money in and, you know, kind of trade and back test with, you know what I'm saying? That would just back test out. But so I would back test with real money, right? So I looked at it and this account was very low. It was around $26. I had lost almost everything, and I was like, you know what, how cool would it be if I were to flip this from 28 or whatever it started at all the way to 100, and then if we get to 100, it is not guaranteed, we can get that to 1,000. Now, I just want to say something. For me to do this, I'm going to be changing up my strategy in terms of risk management, right? What I'm about to do or attempt to do is, I wouldn't do it for sure. I'm going to be over leveraging, right? A lot. And then as we get more into profit, you know, my risk management strategies are going to change, right? I'm going to start changing what I risk for how much on what type of setups, right? So I just want you guys to understand that this is not how I trade on a funded or my other accounts, right? This is how I'm going to treat this account right here. But let's get into the actual breakdown, right? Let's get into the actual breakdown and how we call it GBP USD moves, which is in the last video, and these GBP JPY buys that I took and we also called out. So in current time, when we're going into session, this is where GBP JPY is, right? So you can see right here that price in last week, right, has came down and rejected the supply and demand area that has been rejected multiple times. Every time we touch down here, we reach this level or at least these levels, and we all usually swing to these levels, right? It happened here, it happened here, and it happened here, right? So we're back at this level, right? And even if the 4-hour, you know, looks like this, right, you can also see on the daily time frame coming into this week, right, we're coming off a daily candle on last Friday that had a weak momentum bearish candle right here, right? You can see price rejecting the supply and demand area. So we're on the 4-hour and we're already getting these confluences, right? But you have to be able to react to the market, not predict. If you try to predict every time, you're just going to get smoked, right? So in this instance, I have two scenarios of what's going to happen, right? You know, I have these bullish, you know, biases because of what the high time frame is telling me, what price action is telling me, the rejections to the zone, the type of place we're at, right? But if you look at market structure, you can see that price is forming lower lows and lower highs, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low. So technically the 4-hour is in a downtrend, right? Price is pulling back into here, and this is usually where we could continue the short, but we have to be patient, right? Because one or two things are going to happen, right? We're either going to do this right here and continue the shorts and we're going to catch it, or price is going to continue to break through this level, retest, break through this level, come here, and then go long, right? We're eventually probably going to reach those longs, right? Well, as time flies by, right, once we skip a couple candles, you know, our first scenario didn't happen. We didn't get any retest or anything like that, right? Price just continued to break above, right? And what happened? Exactly what we said would happen, right? And it would just continue to go up. In this case, we had 0 retests, right? We had 0 retests right here. This is where I expected the first retest, and this is where I expected the second retest. But when we didn't get a retest here, and price just continued to break above over here, right? When price continued to break above to the upside, that's actually where we ended up taking our longs, right? We actually ended up taking longs around the 184.600 level, and price actually ended up taking profits all the way to a T right there, right? So where did we get in? I went down to the 5-minute time frame, and once it blew past our first level, right, I took this entry right here, right on the 5-minute. We see a slight break, slight retest, and as we're breaking back above, boom, we enter in GBP JPYs for our second trade of this self-inflicted challenge right here for about 4x our risk, right, which I actually only secured about 2.8, right, almost 3 times our risk. And this was basically the trade, right? We were floating in profit for a while, and then eventually hit take profit, and then it just completely tanked right after that. So this was actually the second trade that we took in GBP JPY. In the upcoming video, I am going to be trying to connect my account to my Facebook so I can show everything live, right? I'm not lying to you. It was an account that already was minus 300, but since we started it right here, it was around $27, right? So we're already at 45. We're going to attempt to get it to 100, and if we can get it to 100, then we're going to go all the way to 1,000, and I will continue to make these episodes, right? But hopefully this isn't the one and done, right? Hopefully we continue to keep running this challenge up, this account up. We're already up around 70%. So hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notifications on so you guys see the next episode, which is going to be every single day. I'm planning to post every single day. Subscribe, follow, come on, boom.